Starting with the 2026-2027 season, watching NHL hockey in Canada is going to cost you more than an antenna, basic cable, or a basic internet connection. CBC and Rogers couldn't reach a new deal, and a 74-year-old television tradition is coming to an end. On June 16th, CBC confirmed it's losing national NHL broadcasts entirely. That news lands on top of a string of independent hockey broadcasting changes over the past couple of weeks, including new deals from Amazon Prime and Crave. On top of that, a few regulatory changes and a major platform merger are reshaping how Canadians watch and pay for content more broadly. Some of these changes will save you money. Others will force you to rethink how you access your favorite shows and games. Here are 5 developments every Canadian cord cutter needs to know right now. The end of NHL on CBC. For decades, Saturday night hockey on public television was a Canadian staple. Starting with the 2026-2027 season, that comes to an end. CBC and Rogers Sportsnet were unable to agree on a new sublicensing deal, which means CBC will no longer broadcast NHL games or Hair Hockey Night in Canada. If you've relied on the free CBC Gem app, basic cable, or an antenna to catch Saturday night games, this is a real loss. National hockey broadcasts are moving fully behind pay TV and paid streaming services. National hockey splits between Crave and Prime. Hockey broadcasting is fragmenting even further starting with the 2026-2027 season. A standard internet connection won't be enough to follow the full season anymore. According to NHL Insider reporting, Amazon Prime Video is moving its broadcast from Monday to Wednesday nights, while Bell Media is bringing national games to Crave on Mondays, bypassing TSN entirely. Sportsnet is expected to keep Saturdays and add Thursdays. To follow your team all seasons, you may need to stack Sportsnet Plus, Amazon Prime, and Crave. Fox reaches deal to acquire Roku for $22 billion. Shifting to hardware and platform news, Fox Corporation has entered a definitive agreement to acquire streaming pioneer Roku in a cash and stock deal valued at $22 billion. The deal combines Fox's news and sports portfolio with Roku's platform, which reaches over 100 million global households. It's expected to close in the first half of 2027, pending regulatory approval. For Canadian cord cutters, there's no indication yet that this will change anything on your existing devices. Roku hasn't announced any plans to remove any apps or restrict the platform. The bigger story is the free streaming market. Fox already owns Tubi, so this merger puts 2 of the largest free ad-supported platforms, Tubi and the Roku channel, under the same company. Expect a much more consolidated footprint of free ad-supported content on Canadian devices going forward. The government pushes back on a streaming fee. Sports access is getting more expensive, but there's some relief for your monthly bill, for now. In May, the CRTC ordered Netflix, Disney Plus, and other large foreign streamers to triple the Canadian content contribution to 15% of their Canadian revenue. Streaming companies warned this would lead to price hikes. In June, the federal government stepped in and directed the CRTC to review the decision, an unusual move. At the same time, Ottawa announced it will invest $600 million a year in Canadian content instead. For cord cutters, that's the government's attempt to head off a monthly surcharge before it reaches your bill, though the CRT's review is still ongoing. A ban on predatory telecom fees. The final development is a win for consumer flexibility. A new CRTC rule makes it illegal for telecom companies to charge predatory administrative fees. Rogers, Bell, TELUS, and their flanker brands can no longer charge activation fees, account change fees, or early cancellation fees as long as your hardware is paid off. At the same time, independent providers like TechSavvy kept their access to wholesale infrastructure during fiber upgrades. Together, these changes mean you can switch internet providers to chase better rates without getting hit with surprise fees. So, that's where Canadian streaming stands heading into the 2026-2027 season. CBC steps back from national hockey, Crave and Prime split the broadcast rights, Fox is set to absorb Roku, the CRTC streaming levy is back under review, and predatory telecom fees are now off the table. Some of this will save you money, some of it won't. Either way, it's worth checking your subscriptions now, before the season starts and you're scrambling to figure out which app has your team. If you found this useful, hit the like button and subscribe for more updates on what's changing in Canadian streaming. Thanks for watching.